Akpabio finally loom in court. Moment acclaimed audio tape and audio conversation of Akpabio and the judge finally leak. A lot of people when they saw this, they be saying that Natasha cannot see justice, that Natasha is just wasting her time in court and all of that, because everything that was said in this very video, I will play the full video, you will see everything the way it goes. The conversation finally leaked out and it have caused a lot of uproar on the media space. So I'd like us to stay connected to the end of the video. If you can share the video, just do what to share it. Share to different social media platforms. Let it go viral, and if you can share it, just like it. Stay connected. I'll come back again.
Welcome you back to LAJUPOG Watch TV.
I don't have bad news for you today.
The home of religious gossip.
But you should believe you find for Mohammed.
What is happening in the Christendom? Join now. It makes sense with LAJUPOG.
Hello my great and wonderful viewers, welcome back to LAJUPOG Watch TV. For those of you coming across this channel for the very first time, just do what to click the registration button appearing on your video screen, and at the same time click the notification bell icon so that whenever we drop a new video in few hours time, YouTube will easily let you to know. It's normally news that Natasha actually appeared in court, and this is prior to the fact that the judge actually wanted to make ruling on Natasha and Akpabio case, because this case have been out there for quite some time now, and Natasha remained on suspension. They did not lift the suspension of Natasha, and that's what is actually causing the uproar, and a lot of kasala finally burst in course of the time that the saga have been dragged between Natasha and Akpabio. A lot of people come up with their support for Natasha, while some come up with their support for Akpabio, but the court is the institution with the finances, so they finally appear in court. Though Akpabio was absent in court, but Natasha was present in the court, and a lot of things actually go wrong in the court, which a lot of people did not come up to the media space to talk about. I actually checkmate a lot of videos regarding all the things that happen in the court between Akpabio and Natasha, how they make the ruling and how they adjourn the case till June 27 and all of that. But a lot of things that is out there is actually fallacies. People are not saying it the way it actually happened in court. So I will play the full video now. The conversation between the judge and Akpabio have allegedly leaked out, and I will play you the self-acclaimed phone record and phone conversation, or you will see things the way it goes. You will see what is happening. Though a lot of people have been condemning the fact that Natasha is just wasting her time in the court, that she cannot see justice and all of that, because Akpabio is finally making terrible moves. So I'd like us to stay connected to the end of the video for you to see everything the way it goes. If you can share the video as you're watching it, just want to share it. Share to the best social media platforms. Let it go viral. And if you can share it, just like the video, like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. A lot of people were saying that when Natasha actually appeared in court a few days ago, that Akpabio is supposed to be there, because this Akpabio in question is the one that was accused. He did not have any choice than to appear in that very court, but a lot of Nigerians have condemned that Akpabio is supposed to be in that court. It's not only Natasha that's supposed to appear in the court, but everywhere, boss. A voice record was released in court. The judge asked Natasha the question. They asked Natasha the relationship between her and Akpabio, and Natasha explained everything, that Akpabio is a good friend. Even before her husband married her, that Akpabio had been a good friend to her husband, and when they got married to Natasha, they went to marry Natasha together. Akpabio joined her husband. They went to Natasha family house and also with Akpabio to actually prostrate, and they got married to Natasha. Natasha explained everything. The lawyer of Natasha actually a series of questions to Akpabio's lawyer, but Akpabio's lawyer couldn't answer some of the questions. They asked a lot of questions and missed themselves. Natasha's lawyer asked the judge if he can actually read the Senate constitution, the Senate law, the laws that govern the Senate, about how long a senator can be suspended and all of that, and the judge granted the permission that he can actually read it. So the man read it out, and according to what the man read, you can only be suspended as a senator for 14 days. Now, the Natasha's lawyer then furthermore by asking question directly to the lawyer of Akpabio, that why is it that they actually suspended his client for over 14 days? Why did they suspend his client for 6 months? Why are they standing on that 6 months, which is against the Senate constitution, the Senate law? But Akpabio lawyer couldn't respond and give a reasonable answer to the question that Natasha's lawyer actually asked on that regard. And Natasha's lawyer actually buttressed his point by saying that Ningi and some other senators like Undume and all of that, when they suspended them, Why is it that they couldn't suspend them for 6 months, the same 6 months that they suspended Natasha for? Why isn't that they can't suspend all those ones like that, even when they suspend those ones illegally as well? Why is it that Natasha illegality is beyond all those people's own? Are they not the same senators? Those are the questions that Natasha's lawyer actually asked Akpabio's lawyer, which he couldn't answer. And Natasha's lawyer actually asked the judge if he can actually play a conversation, a court conversation, to actually buttress the point of the fact that Akpabio actually harassed Natasha and all of that, and the judge actually granted it. You will see things for yourself. They granted the fact that the lawyer can play the tape, and the tape was actually played in the court. Everywhere boss. You will see things the way it goes. So I will play the tape now, and during the video I will play you what a lot of Nigerians are actually condemning Akpabio of, that the conversation between Akpabio and the judge, the alleged conversation and all. I will play you everything. You will see everything together. So if you can share the video as you're watching it, just do what to share it. If you can share, just like it. Stay connected. I'm coming back again.
All of them are nice, you know. If you check the script, there are about 4 verses, if I'm not mistaken, and the 4 you gave me have 4 different messages in them. The first one is it carried a different message. The second one carried another message. The third one, that was where they now mentioned the Umoren girl that she accused that they killed and used her kidney. The fourth one mentioned another incident. So I think that they did them in 4 different distance. So there's none to choose and leave the other, because I want everything written down to be mentioned. So except they want to do 4 different versions, I will be releasing one at a time. So I will have the first one, Natasha 1, Natasha 2, Natasha 3, Natasha 4. I'll call the other one Natasha Jezebel, Natasha Potiphar's wife, Natasha. We'll just find a name for the 4 of them, since there are 4 different types of characters we're giving her. So one can be Natasha Jezebel, Natasha Delilah, Natasha Potiphar, Natasha Atalaila, you know, that kind of a thing. So that will make the 4 different ones where the 4 different issues will be mentioned. But 4 of them I like. 4 of them are good the way they came in. But there's something that I actually wanted the intro to have that I discussed with you earlier, where that her voice, you remember, where she said, that place I told you she was laughing, that she said she sent Akpabio Ezekwesili. We'll cut it from the place she said, yes, I sent Akpabio Ezekwesili and the feeder people to go there and deliberately disrupt the committee sitting. And she will laugh, ha, ha, ha. Then we're not launching. You see, that one, we're launching that one. Then we'll not take where she said, this injustice will not be substantiated. I mean, no, this injustice will not be sustained. We'll not say, yes, we hear you, madam. This your injustice of using public sympathy and lying will not be sustained. You know, they will not start that one. Then the other one again, we'll look for what she said in one of the things where she was laughing that she will marry again. We'll take that her voice there. With the other one again, we'll take where she was talking about Patoranki, you know, somebody where she mentioned all those her lies there. That's what I'm saying. To be all her voice will be on all the intros. The other one will not be where she's talking about Umoren. We'll take it from where her mouth mentioned Umoren. Okay, where she mentioned Umoren, and that Umoren was killed and blah blah blah. After that, they said, Latasha, boom, we're moving. So let me shower and take 30 minutes nap. Then I'll join you people again. Obi, all these complaints you're giving me now. Obi, all these complaints you're giving me now. 2 days. How we 2 days? We discussed it from the onset. I already know that when you get here, I since Nigeria. I haven't slept. I told you my plans. I want to have what I give openly. That sorry, they cannot achieve it at the time given to me. I would have made a new plan and walked away peacefully. I told me he gets ceremony again. I like Madugwami here audio town. Oh yeah, madam to call for out that morning. Was ready to do whatever we could do to get these things done. But now I was in Monyara. Now was the one in the pick phone. Now what I'm work all day. The guy is not got 250 because of the urgency of the job. That's 11 a.m. the next day. I didn't get it. I explained my plight to you. Wagi, time I'm not see you one what is going on so I can program myself. We spoke again last night. He's supposed to and this morning rubbish. I want to Wagi like that. I didn't see anything. Time then I'm wasting. I'm going to somewhere else. You know, no, they had there just no na Lagos. The children had said, okay, they can wear some. Don't worry, I got Easter Sunday. I got Pata Monday. We children had there on Monday. Change their flight only once. I'm again, they change the flight from 12 o'clock to Nabalita. Give some so why now no to terminate the number audio visual. Now documentary and got ready. Chair one at home here, give some later at 11 again. At home here, yeah, about 4 o'clock. I hope them documentary. Yeah, documentary. If you can't give me, tell me what is going on. Let's move. Let me just go away, please. I cannot use this you have sent to me. It has other people's logos on them embedded on them, and it's not 500 naira. It's 500 million. I cannot use this. Please, I cannot use this. I can't use this. Because I can't use this. And it started the voice note. Obviously, his name did not enter there. So what are you talking about? What is all this? Please, let me give this job to somebody else. I beg you in the name of God Almighty. Or I get a professional that will come there, direct this thing, do the voiceover, sit there, or I move your boys to somewhere else in Enugu and get this thing done in a day. Please, this is not coming out well. The voiceover is not ready. I can't use this video. Those people that their thing is showing there, imagine the logo of the YouTuber showing there. No, I can't use it. I beg of you. And when she talked, she started, I sent Obia Zekwesli and Fida. That area didn't come out in this thing. So this is rubbish as long as I'm concerned. Please, please, and please. No one was put into consideration. Everything I've said, none was put into consideration. Now, what do you want me to do? And the thing is not coming the way it should be. I could have put music. This thing, a documentary. Now I'm put a gadikasiku. When you get where you mother get logo, the power this, power that. What nonsense is that? I wrote my script, I paid for the job. It's my job. Why are they putting that power this and that, all those emblems there? And channels here have to fine. That one on here with the channels. When somebody come and say it's their own, you know, there are things to be put into consideration. If we can't get the one name and I get what move their logo, I try to see me. I'm not getting power this that there are those emblems and power. It doesn't make sense to me. And it's not 500 naira. I've corrected that more than 4 times. This is a careless job. There's no commitment in this thing. I results, not excuses. Nobody is taking my call. I know he should not put a guy the way I want it. And I have been so patient. I've run out of patience. I can't just be quiet anymore. It's a picking on my call. How will you now know what I want to say to you? I got them somewhere else. Arrange another professional. If your boys can move in there, let them move in there. The person can direct it. So without giving me excuses, Jaka Mero when me him. Marco Namga cancel flight. Mana waste, tell me go enough. I'm not going to pick again. Call you need to go not correct. You put a guy like that. Ezekwesili's name I put her name back. When you from boss, I sent Ezekwesili and figure lawyers and blah 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 blah. But I said it is there. You have it. How do you expect me to use this? If you go back to music, I said the other one documentary. Documentary when he should know the voiceover rubbish. How put them can get me somewhere else? No. This voice is not flying. We don't want this voice, period. This voice is not good for it. And that thing showing CapCut there, I don't need it. It's not what I want. Please. This is poor. Low standard, not of any form of standards at all. that voice is not what I want. That voice is not going. I don't want it. It's not the kind, it's not professional. And that video showing CapCut and all those things, no, please, no.
The current revelations in America, you realize that there are some black people that you said those who would have asked you to step down. Who told you I was going to step down? If you watch what has the current revelations in America, you realize that there are some black people, because of their skins, who went to prison, sometimes 37 years, sometimes 27 years, some 25 years, for false allegations. So I'm not one of those people who that you say will step down for false allegation. Then when eventually it is proven that the allegations were false, they will say, oh, we were unfair to Akpabio. No, I'm not that bad. So if you had that in mind, please cancel it.
It keeps lingering, and it wasn't it from Akpabio's end. This satirical apology letter, Natasha is refusing to take it down. Akpabio is requesting that it must be taken down, and people are asking Akpabio to kind of also, resign from the Senate because of the sexual harassment. Akpabio is saying no, there's nothing there. It's just a fabrication. It's baseless. Where do you think this will lead Natasha? Because her political career in the Senate, no matter how you look at it, is still under the control of the Senate president, particularly when there is a synergy between the executive and the legislature. How is it going to affect Natasha, the remaining part of her legislative life for this tenure?
It's becoming interesting, and what taken from what has happened between Akpabio and Natasha is that they succeeded in creating jobs for lawyers, and they get to feed far from it. So it's a good thing. So they should continue, because there's no the lawyer don't have
this money, if you trace it down, you see the people's money.
Yeah, whatever it is, if the at least it's not, it's still going to the people.
Lawyers are people,
part of the people, so they shouldn't eat it alone. Yeah. So coming to the issue of Natasha, career as a senator, how is he going to blossom? How is he going to?
Because she's representing a district, she's representing people.
Deflated. So I think she had no other choice but to follow the path she's following, because if she remained on this path she's following, that she will not pursue it legally and succumb, that will even worsen her situation in the Senate. But if at the end of the day she became victorious through this path, then whether they succeeded in keeping her away from the Senate as much as they could, if he wins tomorrow, all that will be history, and that she will be celebrated as a hero of democracy, and somebody who stands for his right, and somebody who believes in dignity of the women. So that is for that. Coming to Akpabio, who said he will not step down because the accusations are baseless. This is Nigeria, for crying out loud. In the Western world, the democracy we are copying, once your name is tinted, whether rightly or wrongly, you were meant to step aside. Nobody said he should resign. Step aside so that the proper investigation could be carried out.
You could still be a senator, but probably not the Senate president.
Yes, because you can't be a judge in your own case. But in this case, you are presiding over. So what criteria does it have to suspend Senator Natasha? Because they are both senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You just first among equal. You are now using your office because you are presiding over your, because you've been accused by your colleague that you did XYZ. You should allow that person to preside. He said no. So you see the level of injustice. That's why I said, Natasha should remain where she is. I mean, to pursue her, her case.
Okay, Natasha, just like Akpabio is the first among equals among the senators, Natasha is just among first in some form among her district or her constituency. She's not a senator in her own right. She's representing the people. What if this relationship in a way affects the proper representation of her people? Do you think her people are going to be patient if this thing lingers for the remaining lifetime of the Senate?
Well, the people will be patient is left for us to see. The time will tell. But the truth is that it is what has happened is it is quite unfortunate for Kogi people, her constituency, because nobody is representing them at the national level. Nobody is speaking for them. Nobody is telling the country what that constituency needs.
That's my concern.
It is appalling. For her, I think they've seen that Senate wronged her. Remember the last time she went to Kogi? It's a massive kind of
the response was very.
So they were hailing her for fighting. They feel like this is Kogi's spirit. She's showing who they are. She didn't give in. I think for her base, she has secured her base. Her base understanding the fight, understanding that she didn't want to give in to intimidation. And maybe so they say he's not going to resign because of this baseless accusation. Why? Because his people has not asked him to resign. And he said that Senate was there when I asked him to resign. If this push for him to resign has come from the Senate,
or his constituency.
No, definitely his constituency now. It doesn't have to do with his constituency. It has to do with the senators there. If they felt that he has wronged Natasha, they should have demanded for him to step aside. And for the fact they're not demanding for him to step aside, he's emboldened. That's why he's making a statement that I will not go. Because I've secured my base.
Okay,
He even said, when Bamidele asked her that, he made his explanation, he said, who told you that I was, am I not presiding over this city? When you talk about Natasha, constituency, I think he's representing his constituency very well by what she is doing. Because if he had gone there to compromise, that would have been representation. Okay. This is true representation. Okay. And by my own assessment and opinion, this is true representation. And the Kogi Central should be proud of her for doing what she's doing.
Okay, now she at the end of the day, she's going to run away with something that looks like how do I call it? A fair judgment or something like victory, or at the end of the day. But how are we going to be able to describe victory that will satisfy Natasha if these things continue to linger for the remaining part of the lifetime of this Senate? What is going to be like victory for her? Even in the court, what is going to be like victory for her? Because proving a sexual allegation, you are going to probably need some witnesses to establish that, and certain other things beyond the testimony of two of you to establish that, and that is also not going to be very simple.
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. You can see everything, you can hear everything with your ear. Those conversations were actually released in court according to reports. They said the lawyer of Natasha actually played all those things out because everything was on media already before they actually went to court 2 days ago. And they actually added that to their evidence because that was Sandra DURU, the lady that actually came out to accuse Natasha that Natasha is actually lying against Akpabio and all that Natasha told her the truth of the matter, that Akpabio did not harass her. That was the lady, Sandra DURU, that alleged Natasha then. That was the same lady that was talking in this very voice note or phone conversation that I just finished watching. You notice that the lady actually confided in that Obina man, because the man that I was talking to in that very video was Obina, and that Obina said he's not a manipulative man. I don't want to manipulate, because according to what Sandra was saying in that very voice note, he said Obina should manipulate and clone Natasha's voice. That was what this lady was trying to say, and according to reports, they said she gave Obina 2.5 million allegedly to actually do that. And you can hear everything from the conversation. Adeola Fayo actually play out all those things before they actually went to court 2 days ago. And you can see that a lot of people are actually attacking the Sandra DURU in question. They said this lady is just a kind of manipulative lady, because the same Sandra DURU came out and made known in the general public that if Natasha should come out to accuse Akpabio again, that she will go to CNN and she will prove to CNN, she will provide conversations between her and Natasha, where Natasha actually said that she lied against Akpabio, that she just want to bring Akpabio down, all of that. said she will release everything to CNN and Natasha will go down for it. That was what this lady Sandra DURU said. But you can say that according to this voice or phone conversation that I just finished listening to, you notice that the lady was actually trying to manipulate and clone. And according to what a lot of people have been saying, they said Akpabio actually funded her allegedly. You know, that was what a lot of people actually saying. And according to the report, they played this voice note in court. This phone conversation was played in court, and the lawyer of Akpabio couldn't resist it because he never see it coming. He never see it coming and he couldn't defend it, and that's what is happening at the moment. Though they finally adjourned the case till July and thereabout and all of that, 27th. They said they adjourned the case till then, and the matter will end at that very time because the illegality that is ongoing in the Senate by suspending a senator that is being voted and got the mandate of the people for 6 months, they said it's actually against the constitution. Those are what the lawyer of Natasha were actually fighting for in the court. They fought for it and they fought a good fight. Natasha was there actually giving them kudos and all of that because according to Natasha, the lawyers do their work diligently well, and you know, Akpabio was absent there, the person that was accused was absent, and a lot of people actually kick against the fact that Akpabio was allowed to be absent in the court. He was supposed to be present there and listen to the petition that was leveraged against him. Now, drop your opinion in the comment section of this video. Do you think when they finally come up with the judgment, because a lot of people actually saying that Natasha cannot see justice, but we don't know what is going to play out in the court. Now, drop your opinion. What do you feel regarding all these things that was said in this very video? So I'm going to get another channel for you and share. Follow me on my social media handles on Facebook at LAJUPOG TV and LAJUPOG Entertainment, and on Instagram at LAJUPOG. Guess what, guys? See you in my next video, and bye for now.
I see the hot for my body, I say make I yarn you. Religious cause plenty day for body. Pastor with the line on top, he pastor. For LAJUPOG Watch TV. Pastor with the back, where? Politician with the do pass himself. Why you waiting for church? All as LAJUPOG Watch TV.